All right, what is up, hustlers? Welcome into today's video. Today, I'm going to be talking about three strategies, three ways that you can actually still put your crypto to work. Now, a lot of things have happened with these centralized exchanges, FTX, Celsius, BlockFi, this whole Genesis thing going on. All these insolvencies over the time, the Luna crash, the 20% APY, everyone was freaking out, and it was the whole mess, and basically all of this ended up to be a fraud, a Ponzi, a pyramid scheme, whatever you want to call all of these initial staking platforms. Now, there are some actual tried and true methods out there to earn yield, and I'm going to actually show you a couple of things that some of them that I'm doing and some ways that you can actually still put your crypto holdings to work in a safe way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. And I've got a project here that I've definitely never ever talked about on the channel. It's medium risk, I would say, but the platform has been secure for a very, very long time, and the developer behind it is very strong. So I'm excited to talk about that later in the video. And this has been my main strategy right now as far as yielding off of my crypto holdings. So let's go ahead and dive into it. If you enjoy the video, if you get value out of this video, like the video and subscribe for more content just like this on the Hustlepedia channel. And you can check out more about my brand, my socials, and my link below down in the description. So let's go ahead and dive into it, as we're going to start off with Beefy Finance. Now, if you followed my channel for a long time, Beefy Finance has been something that we've actually had money in for, we had it in about a year ago, right? I was in the Phantom ecosystem, the Tomb ecosystem, and a lot of the things on Beefy had really good payouts, and it was auto compounding, and some of them were paying out almost more than what Tomb's actual platform, excuse me, was paying out. And when you actually look at the chains they support, they have LPs. Now, liquidity pools have impermanent loss risk for the most part. So most of these pools will pair two tokens together, a liquidity pool, ETH, USDT, and if ETH goes up, it will rehypothecate basically your tokens together. So you have, equal liquidity. So if you want LP, you have to put $50 of ETH and $50 of USDT or whatever the other asset is, right? And so that will balance itself out over time, but they do have really good yields on these types of pairs. But one that I do participate in, one of my most high conviction holdings is Polygon. I think that Polygon, with their partnerships, guys, with businesses like Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, they basically control the social media world. When you're looking at stuff with Starbucks, Mercedes, Disney, Nike, there's so many big brands. The Reddit NFTs, 4.4 million minted. I mean, that's just like in a click of a button, one of the most seamless business integrated platforms out there in Polygon. And this is one of my biggest long-term holdings and accumulations in my portfolio. And you can actually use the stake MATIC and MATIC token. So these are pegged together. ST MATIC is just a staked version of MATIC. You can actually pair these together on Beefy Finance. You can go to add liquidity, and you can actually split up your tokens to ST MATIC and MATIC, and then you partner them up, and you can earn 14.61% APY on your Polygon. Now, it does pay, I believe it pays out in LDO rewards, LIDO rewards. But what I've been doing, I've just been transferring those over into Polygon and then putting more into the pool. So I'm compounding my yield over time on a holding that I have super high conviction on Polygon. Even through a bear market, I'm going to accumulate and try to get as much Polygon in my hands as possible. And then I can put it to work here, gain 14% on my tokens, and then just transfer that LIDO over to, the LDO token over to Polygon token, and then add to my liquidity. So there's not a depeg risk here. This is one of the most stable platforms out there. And as far as Beefy Finance goes, I'm definitely comfortable with their security as well and parking my money here. Now, number two, as far as liquidity pools go, if you want like a super safe platform. And now, guys, I would always recommend use a ledger. Use a ledger whenever you do this type of stuff. You don't want these, you don't want your coins stolen. You don't want anything like that. Make sure you're on the official links for all of these platforms. But I always like to secure my crypto. I have a ledger for like everything, DeFi, long-term holds, NFTs, etc. So try to be safe out there. Don't keep your coins on a centralized exchange. Open up a Trust wallet, open up a MetaMask, something like that. That way you can participate in these DeFi ecosystems and have your own seed phrase, and never give up that seed phrase to anybody, by the way. But number two, you can look into some stablecoin farms here for those who don't want that impermanent loss risk. You can pair up USDC and BUSD for a measly 1.42%, DAI and BUSD for 2.37%, USDT, BUSD for 2.86%. But what I've actually been doing, so this is number two, if you want to go Really low risk, I would say here, but also really low reward. I mean, 2% on your money, 5%, 2%. You can basically get this from like Ally Bank in your savings account and your FDIC insured, you know? So these I would not really even think are worth putting your money into at this very moment in time. But number 3 is one that I have been heavy into since it launched, and one that I have parked my BUSD parks. You know, I'll show you how this ecosystem is probably one of the strongest in DeFi at this very moment in time, and that is the animal farm. So defi.animalfarm.app. The core tokens in this ecosystem are pigs, dogs, and drip. So their main product, Drip Network, is like a 1% yield per day product where you buy the drip token, you get paid 1% off your holdings every single day. But the animal farm is a traditional farm in the sense of, you know, farms and pools. So you go over to the farms, and if you actually want to pair up stablecoins, so I'll show you everything that I'm doing. I actually have USDT BUSD at 164%. Pays out in dog token. So in their dog token is what it pays out in. USDC BUSD, this pays out 145%. Now, these yields come from the tax system. Everything's taxed in and out. There's dogs. There's a dog pound where there's taxes as well for sales. There's a whole diverse ecosystem. I'm not going to get into the whole intricacies of this ecosystem in this video. Now, if people want this in the future, I can deep dive on how this ecosystem works. But with the fees that are collected and the amount of pillars with drip, with the pig pen, the piggy bank, the dog pound, and the amount of taxes and fees in the ecosystem to participate, it does enable these APRs, and the farm's super new. So over time, these APRs are going to go down. But at 145% earning dogs, and so those are the 2 farms that I'm involved in. Stablecoins. So I have a good amount of capital into these stablecoin farms right here, and they're producing dogs every single day. And then what you go do is to take down your taxes, you go and stake them in the dog pound, and you actually earn BNB, and you earn the pigs token as well. So you can actually auto compound, you can manually compound, and then over time, your taxes are reduced and you can claim your rewards. It's a amazing ecosystem that keeps each asset propped up. Honestly, I've really enjoyed being a part of this ecosystem so far. And through the farms, I just showed you 2 farms that you can earn. But what if you don't want to do liquidity? What if you just have some BNB, or you have some BUSD or ETH you want to stake, Bitcoin you want to stake? You can come in here in the pools, single-sided staking. You can get into BUSD at 124%. I'm heavy into this pool. I have a lot into the BUSD pool. I have some of my ETH here earning 128%, as well as some Bitcoin earning 126%. These are all paid in the dogs token. Once you collect the dogs token, you can sell, but you'll have a lot of taxes, or you can stake it for a few days. You know, let it compound. Do the auto compounding pool. You're earning LPs, you're earning BNB at the same time. Everything you do in this ecosystem earns you money. Most of this ecosystem has been a complete money printer so far. I know a lot of people involved in this across, DeFi, crypto. I've talked to a lot of whales that are involved in this platform, and they are yielding tons of rewards from these pools and from these platforms. Like I said, you can look into the white paper. You can join their community if you want. You can take a look at how this all works to pay out these yields. But this has been one of the strongest producers for me right now in this bear market, parking BUSD. No impermanent loss risk there. And I'm actually earning dog token every single day, which I can go stake for more assets as well. And then eventually those taxes are going to be lower, and I can sell off some of those dogs, claim some of my rewards, and then keep going in the ecosystem. So this has been fantastic. And the developer behind this, Forex Shark, has been very, very solid in developments and with innovation. And I would honestly say, as far as DeFi goes, this has been one of the strongest projects and communities out there so far. And their platform is very, very intricate. Now, this is not a paid promotion. There is no paid promotion. Just to kind of clear that up, I have a significant amount of capital into this ecosystem right now, and I can honestly say this has been one of my biggest support mechanisms in this crypto bear market. A while ago, I mentioned how I moved a lot of my stablecoins over to BUSD, and I've actually been, yielding off of these farms. So that's been my strategy, guys. I hope you got some value or maybe learned something new, found a new platform here to come in, and I recommend to use a ledger. On these platforms because it's not like locking up your tokens. You have risk here. So if someone was to hack your wallet, they could get in there and take your tokens. So always use a ledger. Never give up your private keys, but make sure you're on the official links as well. defi.animalfarm.app if you're interested in the animal farm. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know down below where you're yielding in crypto still, some projects that you're really bullish on or that have intricate ecosystems just like the animal farm here that we talked about today. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, check the link in the description for more on everything we talked about and for socials and some of the programs, my NFT project, etc. So we'll see you on the next video. Peace.